Hello everyone, I am Kiran Joshi. Hope you all are doing good. Children, this is the second video of class 6 Geography chapter 6 Major Landforms of the Earth. In the first video of the chapter, we learnt about internal and external processes that are responsible for the formation of various landforms. We learnt about different types of mountains and their usefulness. As it was mentioned in the first video that on the basis of elevation and slope, landforms can be classified in mountains, plateaus and plains, and we have already learnt about mountains. So now let's learn about the plateaus. Children, a plateau is a broad, level, elevated area of land. A plateau has a flat top standing above the surrounding area with sharply falling sides. Therefore, it is also called a tableland. A plateau may have one gently sloping side and another steep side. The steep side of a plateau is called an escarpment. Different plateaus differ in height. Some plateaus are several thousand meters high. For example, the Changtang of Tibet is the world's largest and highest plateau, which is 4,000 to 6,000 meters above mean sea level, while some plateaus are only few hundred meters high. As we learnt in the previous video of the chapter that mountains may be young or old, so children, in the same way, plateaus may also be young or old. The Deccan Plateau in India is one of the oldest plateaus of the world. Some other old plateaus are the East African Plateau in Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda and the Western Plateau of Australia. Plateaus are very useful for humans. Most plateaus have rich deposits of minerals. Therefore, most of the mining areas of the world are located in the plateau areas. The Chota Nagpur Plateau in India has large reserves of iron ore, manganese and coal. The African Plateau is rich in gold and diamond deposits. Many of the rivers that flow along plateaus fall from a great height when they flow across the escarpments and form waterfalls. Hundru Falls in the Chota Nagpur plateau on the river Subarnarekha and Jog Falls in Karnataka on the Sharavati river are the examples of such waterfalls. The water falls with great force and helps rotate turbines to generate electricity. Moreover, lava plateaus like the Deccan Plateau are largely composed of black soil, which is very fertile. It is good for the cultivation of crops. Many plateaus provide idyllic sight and scenic beauty to attract tourists. Now let's learn about the other major landform, that is plains. A plain is a low-lying vast flat land. Generally, plains are at or less than 200 meters above mean sea level. Plains are formed in different ways. Some plains are extremely level, while others may have slightly slopy or uneven surface. Most of the plains are leveled alluvial tracts. Alluvial tracts are formed by the deposits brought down by rivers and their tributaries. Children, these rivers flow down the slopes of mountains and erode them. This eroded material, which is called debris or alluvium, is carried forward by these rivers. This debris or alluvium contains sand, silt, clay, animal and plant matter which is deposited by the rivers along their courses and in their valleys. These deposits form plains and provide rich nutrients required for the soil. In this way, these plains are very fertile and are widely used for cultivation of crops. In the plains, transport network can easily be constructed. Therefore, plains are the most densely populated regions of the world. Some of the largest alluvial plains are found in Asia and North America. In Asia, these plains are formed by the Ganga and the Brahmaputra in India and the Yangtze in China. Plains are the best areas for human settlements. Most of the people settle in plains because they provide better conditions for living. It is easy to construct houses, excellent roads and railway networks on the plains. Plains are very fertile and flat and thus suitable for growing crops. The Indo-Gangetic plains in India are the most densely populated regions of the country. Though the plains are the most suitable regions for human habitation, people live on plateaus and high mountains also. They even live in those areas that are prone to natural disasters like volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, storms, and floods that cause great loss of life and property. This risk can be minimized by creating awareness about such incidents and by making scientific and technological advancement accessible to more and more people. Children, human carelessness and selfishness has led to large scale pollution, deforestation, and degradation of land. For example, very often we waste a land by constructing houses on a fertile land. People throwing garbage on land or in water and making them dirty is a common sight these days. So, children, it is high time for us to realize the need to use natural resources intelligently and carefully so that we can leave the earth a better place for future generation and they can continue to enjoy nature. That's all for this chapter. Now there are some questions for you to revise the topic. So the first question is, define a plateau. How are they useful to humans? Second question, what are plains? Second question, what are plains? How are they formed? Third question, why do people prefer to live on plains? Fourth question, write about the correlation of the landforms and the people. Children, if you found this video helpful and wish to watch more of such content, do consider subscribing to the channel. Also, if you have any queries or comments, please post them in the comment section below. Thank you.